So today I want to cover one of the biggest things that prevents people from actually seeing success on their entrepreneurial journey. And it's the invisible hurdle that me, you, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk all experience. And you're probably thinking, what is this? And it's imposter syndrome. And essentially, if you've ever felt like you're exaggerating, lying, or you're just not acting like yourself, then this is essentially imposter syndrome. And if this isn't fully addressed, then it can actually cause problems in later life and cause feelings of, lack of self-worth and also a lack of purpose and meaning in your life. So today in this video, we're going to go exactly how you can counter this, and I'm also going to go over the sort of common causes of this. So imposter syndrome isn't just a buzzword, it's a psychological phenomenon where you might feel like you're a fraud or you're cheating or you just don't belong with what you're actually doing. And it's something some of the highest achievers in the world absolutely struggle with, and it's a problem that follows them around for most of their life unless this is addressed. And it can often have you questioning your successes and questioning whether you're worthy of them successes, and it can really be an issue in later life. So today we're going to get that sorted. So as an entrepreneur or, a wannabe entrepreneur, if you're just starting a business, it can be quite a rough journey and, trying to figure out what you need to do and the person you need to grow into to achieve the things you want to do. And the harsh reality of it is that if you were the person that was capable of your goals, then you would already have them. So what does this mean for you? It means that you need to evolve and become the person that is worthy and capable of that success. But in order to do that, you have to grow. And when you grow, this can be quite uncomfortable. Because essentially, our current self is always in conflict with our ideal self or the person we want to become. Because your brain wants to stay comfy, it doesn't want you to change, it wants you to stay in them habit loops that you've already formed so you don't have to think about so much. And that's why when you're trying to grow and things, it can feel uncomfortable. And I've never heard a truant saying that everything you want is on the other side of comfort. So how can we prevent this? So first of all, we need to understand how the brain works. And the brain works by essentially taking everyday tasks, things we do repetitively, and turning them into habits so we don't have to use as much thought energy or, think about them too much to actually carry them out because we're doing them all the time. So what does this mean for you? It means that a lot of these sort of old habits and ways of being and who you believe you think you are, they get ingrained in your brain, so it makes it very hard to change. And the downside of this mechanism, this survival mechanism in your brain, is it can make you feel very uncomfortable when you're changing and make it, almost very difficult, and it feels like you're lying to yourself when actually you're just going through evolution and breaking your old patterns in your brain and creating new healthy ones. And don't get me wrong, everyone experiences this, and it doesn't matter whether you're the CEO, whether you're the janitor, the cleaner, it does not matter at all. Everyone experiences these feelings of self-doubt, especially when you're trying to grow. However, if these feelings of self-doubt go unrecognized or you don't do anything about it, this can create some issues in later life. And this is when we begin to see the seeds of imposter syndrome, which comes from self-doubt. And what you need to understand is this is not a reflection of your capabilities or how good you are at something. It's simply your brain trying to kick in that survival instinct and keep you comfy. And in the result of that, it causes imposter syndrome. So how can you actually tackle, this feelings of imposter syndrome and self-doubt and, feeling like a fraud when you're speaking to clients or even telling your family about your business ideas? And first of all, number one, you need to realize this is a completely normal feeling. And, any of the best entrepreneurs in the world and some of the richest people in the world will tell you that they've experienced imposter syndrome as well. Because as I said, it's very much a survival instinct that is trying to counter growth. As I said, because you're in conflict with your current self and your ideal self. So, that sort of feeling arises when you're trying to change or grow into the person you want to be. Just first of all, recognize that you're not this sort of, person on your own who's got this mental illness or, you're struggling with anything like that. It's simply a natural feeling that comes from growing. So when you understand that and you see it arise, you understand that it's natural, everyone experiences, and it's nothing to worry about. A second way of dealing with imposter syndrome is by doing affirmations. And I know I bang on in every single video about affirmations, but they're literally so important for reprogramming your brain and, getting them belief systems in place that are going to help you counter stuff like this. So by doing affirmations, I feel confident, I am this person, and you really get clear on what your goals are and turn them into affirmations. That's going to allow you to consolidate the belief. And when you have that belief, it's going to allow you to create the right actions, and then that's just going to create a positive feedback loop for you, and then feelings of it being an imposter are just going to slowly fade away as you actually sort of fall into the life that you're actually dreaming of. And these repeated sort of affirmations can reprogram your mind to get rid of all these sort of negative beliefs that come along with growing. And they help you to nurture a mindset that's going to help you be successful. So the third thing to remember, and this is probably my favorite point of them all, is to have a growth mindset and not a fixed mindset. So this comes from a very important book in my life called Mindset by Carol Dweck, and it basically talks about the study of people who believe they have fixed innate ability and people who have a growth mindset. So a fixed mindset versus a growth mindset. And a fixed mindset would essentially be, I got an A in this test, that's who I am, that's how smart I am. Or someone who's naturally gifted at football, they're just natural, they were born that way. But what she's basically saying is that, that is complete BS or bullshit. And what actually happens is that the people who believe they have instinctive talent and they don't work on it, so they don't believe that they have to get any better, they actually end up getting surpassed by people who have a growth mindset, who are willing to put the work in. Because it doesn't matter where you begin, it's only where you finish. And you've got to understand that your brain is literally programmed to just get better and better and evolve. So as long as you have a growth mindset and you understand that it doesn't matter where you are now, the feelings you have now, they will go away as long as you sort of fill in them gaps in your knowledge. So number 4, and this is one of the sort of hidden gems in the universe, I believe. And it's something you can't see, but it definitely exists. Just like the wind, you can't really see the wind, but it exists. And it's momentum. And momentum is one of the most important keys to success. And it's something you can't really put your finger on straight away. But essentially, when you get a small win, that's going to build you up a little bit more. And then when you get another win, that's going to build you up even more. And it just creates this sort of snowball effect. And you can build up past successes, build up your confidence, and you can just become such a better person and, grow into the person you need to be by leveraging momentum. And by this, I mean, for example, if you've had a good week, you've been closing sales all week, and then you go out and, have a drink and party hard and you mess your sleep cycle up, that's going to knock your momentum off. But if you're working hard all week and you just keep getting better and better and you're putting yourself on a better vibe, better energy, and you're just getting better at what you're doing, you're going to build momentum, and this absolutely snowballs. So if you've got momentum, it might start off slow at first, you stack them wins up, and then you see that exponential growth in your life is where the real results happen. So I hope in this video I've helped to give you some strategies to overcome imposter syndrome and self-doubt, which are inevitable in entrepreneurship or, inevitable in life overall whenever you're trying to grow or, do something greater than what you're capable of right now. So if you enjoyed this content, I'll be dropping 2 videos a week, and, drop in the comments if you want me to do any specific videos and any topics, and I'd be happy to do that. So if you like this video, like and subscribe, and I'll be back soon.